It is BBC Radio Lincolnshire Hope and Glory, Lincoln City 7-0 winners today in pre-season at Boston United. Mark Kennedy, the IMS head coach, alongside me pitch side. And first we'll just talk about the weather. I mean, that was a crazy pre-season game in terms of the weather.
Incredibly windy, really tough. Credit to both teams. I thought some really good football and show from both teams, and I've never been involved in a game that we've had to walk off through thunder and lightning, but I couldn't get off quick enough. When the official said to me, do you want to play on? I was like, no, I've got 3 kids, I want to go inside. So I thought it was the right decision. I thought the officials were excellent today.
One thing you definitely can say about your side is they were very clinical today.
Yeah, really good. Sometimes it all comes together. It did today. I have to stress it was a great exercise from a fitness point of view. I thought the scoreline was really unfair to the opposition, Boston, who worked really hard, gave us a really tough run for our money, but they caught us on a very, very good day. Really pleased with some patterns of play that came out, but ultimately physically it was a really good test for us.
On the patterns of play, did you see more of what you wanted to see for Lincoln City this season today than you did on Tuesday night? Yes,
and that's not why we won, because in all fairness, in our first 2 games we played completely mixed teams, 245 minutes, which doesn't give everybody a chance to get into their flow. I would have been disappointed if I didn't see that today because of how strong we were, but it was really important that when we changed the 10 outfield players on 60 minutes, that the 10 coming on showed us exactly the same things, and actually some of the best patterns come out in the last 30 minutes, so that was really important.
Yeah, it must be nice to be getting through these games and not to be picking up injuries, and to get players through the hour mark quite comfortably today.
Look, that's key at this stage. Ultimately, it's all about fitness, minutes in the legs, and being injury free. Danny made a really good point to me when we had the break after that half an hour at the Thunder and Lightning. We're not daft. We said we really need to be careful that we don't keep battering home the fitness, because we're here to. If we don't win games, we're gonna no one's successful. So it's important to really start turning the screw on that. But I don't feel like I think as pros and elite players, I actually referenced in the last game, you want to win at all costs. But last week at Kings Lynn, I was saying it really is about fitness and stuff like that. So it's just starting to turn now.
And Ted Bishop and Adam Jackson returning from injury and managing to get half hour in as well.
I'll answer your question because I don't want to single them out, but they're big players for us. I expect them to play a lot of games for us this year, so it was nice. Teddy's been really unlucky. Adam's had a great pre-season, so really important. Just a little bit frustrating for Teddy because we spoke to the group before they came in and said, listen, I think it was 5-0 at that point. People are going to start losing their head. Just be careful with the tackles. Don't take the you-know-what. And unfortunately, Teddy was on the end of a couple of really robust tackles, but pleasing to see him bounce up and get on with it.
What's this week looking like in terms of training for you guys?
I've lost track. You mean next week?
Yes, coming up, yeah.
Done with that. We've got an in-house game on Tuesday, so that's important. Our train is Monday as normal. We won't have a match day -1. We'll train like we would any Monday, so it'll be a big physical day. In-house game on Tuesday, which is important. We'll flip the minutes on that. Train Thursday is normal, Friday is normal, and obviously we've got a game Saturday. But we won't. The week won't change for us. Friday won't be a match day -1 for us next week. It'll be a proper physical hit.
One thing we haven't been able to talk to you about is Tyler Walker signing for the football club. But we've seen a lot of him before, and you must be excited to see him in training and work with him.
And he'll look. A couple of things on that. Huge thank you to Clive, the board, Jez, the recruitment team. He's an exceptional talent. I know he's a fan's favourite. We've worked really hard to get him. I think we have to give Tyler a huge amount of credit because he had really, really good options. So it says a lot about him that he wants to come back to Lincoln. So we're over the moon, but something I have to stress, we have to be really, really patient for him. He's played very little football from January onwards, and he's basically 3 weeks behind everybody else. So we'll have to be very patient, very careful, and we'll have to build up his minutes on the pitch really, really slowly. So it's really important that people understand that and don't expect Ronaldo to walk through the door. Top talent, really excited. Another brilliant addition to the squad.
And with someone like that who, fans will get excited about, you'll be excited about working with it. I guess it's striking that balance, isn't it? Because you don't want to put him in too soon and then lose him for 2-3 months. You want to have him there for the full season.
100%, and I'll openly say it out loud now. You know, he is going to have, it's going to be incremental steps as he goes along. I can tell you now, I know the minutes he's going to play in the next 4 or 5 games. And unfortunately for him, and a little bit for us, and a little bit for the fans, you know, there'll be a point at the very early stage of the season where he won't be available for 90 minutes. It's simply 3 weeks behind everybody, so he's going to take a little bit of time. But the idea behind that is that he's available to play 35-40 games and hopefully get 20 goals as well.
He's a natural striker. We saw him as a lone frontman here at Lincoln. You obviously played with a lone frontman a lot in your time at the football club. How do you see him fitting into the way you play and how you want to play?
Really well.
Not giving any secrets away. So you've got a Crewe next week again, another step up in terms of tests, won't it?
100%. And again, it's the thought process behind pre-season to gradually build up, go up through the steps and the ladder of the opposition as we go along, and then finish with Rotherham. So we're always respectful of every game. I don't want to say today because the scoreline can mask things. We were excellent today, but today was a really tough game for us. I thought Kings Lynn was a really tough game, Stockport was a tough game, and next week will be no different.